Hello and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer. It's mid-July here, and we are looking kind of at the end of the rainy season, which seems to have gone on for quite a while this summer. It looks like perhaps maybe this week will be the last week of rain, and it looks like maybe light rain. And from then on, it's going to be hot, and temperatures are already in the 30s now. So it's the time of year when we're looking for some lighter beers that are thirst quenchers, maybe not sippers so much. Today we're going to take a look at we'll start four beers from the Rydeen Beer group from Hakai-san, which is a sake maker in Niigata Prefecture. And Hakai-san makes sake, shochu, and beer, and their beer line is called Rydeen. They started in 1922 in Uonoma City in Niigata Prefecture, and their brewery is called the Sakurayama Brewery. And Rydeen is named for the water god of that mountain. For the water of that. The god is called Rydeen, and sometimes spelled as Rydeen. He's the god of thunder, the old Japanese god of thunder and lightning. And so the water comes from the mountain called Mount Uonuma. And apparently it's very, very soft water used in their sake and shochu and beer. And they produce, their primary line is a Weizen, an Alt, an IPA, and a Pilsner. And we will look at all four of those in order. They also make a porter and a session IPA and a pale ale. They are also very active in sales, especially sake sales. They sell to the US, to Hong Kong and Taiwan, and to the UK as well. Their labels show, the beer labels show monkeys, which are a feature of the mountains of that region. So if you travel to Niigata or Nagano, neighboring Nagano, Gifu area, you will find monkeys in the mountains. So they have put those monkeys on their label. So again, four beers from Hakai-san, their Rydeen Beer line. We'll look at them in order. And now we'll look at one more beer from Rydeen Beer, Hakai-san sake brewer, and their offshoot is Rydeen Beer, based on Raiden or Raijin, the Shinto god of thunder. And it's this one here. It's called Rydeen Beer IPA. And this is a 6%er. I don't have information on the IBU, which generally I like to have for a hoppy beer like an IPA, but I couldn't find that information. And so it has 6 ratings on Rate Beer. The score is not terribly high. The average of those 6 ratings is 3.15, and on Untapped it has a total of 665 ratings and an average of 3.51, much higher. So looks like the Untapped folks really found this beer much to their liking. And I'm assuming this must be like ski tourists or somebody that happened to be passing through the Niigata area. People who are on an Untapped, yeah. Any case, should we give this a go? So I've had 3 Rydeen beers so far, and 2 have been kind of disappointing. The Pilsner was not bad. I have a little bit higher hopes for this one. Okay, it's a nice typical dark straw, light copper tinge with a big fat finger of foam, white foam, pretty thick. Put this in the light. And carbonation, certainly rising from all sections of the bottom. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm smelling something like maybe Simcoe or Amarillo. I'm not sure what do we have going on here, but definitely it's quite hopped up. Citrusy, kind of rude, skunky almost. Okay. It's got definitely a bit of malt in it for sure. Caramel. Mild caramel. The hops really kick up in mid palate. They really did hop this up quite a bit. I'm going to guess Simcoe hops, but I'm not quite sure. Could be something deeper. There's quite a bit of bitterness in here. Maybe Chinook. It doesn't seem like the typical Cascade influenced hop or influenced IPA. Quite tasty, deep, bitter tracks. I tend to go with more of the Untapped level of Rydeen 3.5 rather than the Rate Beer one of 3.15. It is kind of crude, not terribly complex. It doesn't go through palate stages, you know, from initial, mid palate to final. It's pretty much kind of one-dimensional. Light sweetness with bittering kicking up right away and maintaining throughout long bitter tracks. So it's a decent IPA, not bad. Tastes like maybe a kind of IPA you might have gotten 20 years ago in the US or something like that. But yeah, for Japan it's not bad, for sure. Again, this is called Rydeen Beer IPA, 6%er from the Rydeen Beer Company, Rydeen Beer Brewery out of Hakai-san in Niigata. So yeah, give this one a go if you happen to see it. If you happen to be in Niigata, you could probably or taste it at the source there in the town of Uonoma, and it'd probably be much better then. Okay, we're done with Rydeen beers for now, and we're going to move on to another end of Japan, Okinawa, next, and I hope you tune in for that. Stay well. Bye-bye.